Hello, this is RC Wisdom. My name is Diane. Thank you for coming by. I am going to do another quick reading on Biden. It seems like the pressure is the same or getting worse for him to leave the race. And I'm like a lot of your comments where we don't watch CNN, we don't watch MSNBC. Everything seems to be pressure, pressure, pressure from the media, or they're talking about it. And it seems like that's all everybody's saying, and I don't understand why they're not talking about all the stuff that Trump lies about and all the stuff that has come out in the Epstein files where his name is all over them. So I'm going to look into Biden again and see if he makes any changes. I'm going to pull some cards. I have my Colette Baron read Good Tarot, and then I also have these Animal Spirit, and I had the Lizard Spirit, which I think is awesome. Dream the world into being, which is about manifesting people. All right, so let me get started, and we'll see how this goes. Candidate. Will a Democrat win? Or I'm assuming Trump, but I've seen it where Trump might be out of his candidacy too. I think there's going to be several things that are going to change our election. Maybe even more than several. Between the court cases, I still think Jack Smith is working his darndest to come up with a strategy. I see him with an arrow and like pointed, like he is got a target, and he does not want Trump to be able to. Actually, I'm going to say this differently. He wants to make sure Trump is held accountable and through the courts and what he did when January 6th and the document cases and all the DOJ is investigating from about Trump. So he wants to make sure he's held accountable. That's what's frustrating to him. And the product of that would be him not being able to run. And that would be a good thing in Jack Smith's mind. But his focus is that arrow shooting at the target of getting something on Trump, getting him in court in some trial situation. Now, last time I did the reading, in fact, I'm going to do that now, because last time I saw Trump it was different. Something happens with those documents or something where Trump gets sick, and I've not really seen him get sick, like die sick. I've seen him live to in his mid-80s, but other readers I know have seen him getting sick for the last few years. I joked about his diet of KFC, ketchup, and Diet Coke, and maybe some Burger King or something in there. But, the workers next door playing music, so I'm sorry if you can hear that. I don't know if Trump will be there. I felt like this before, and I was just remembered, and a long time ago, many months ago, I saw this big giant dip in front of the election, and I likened it to a trench in front of a line of soldiers, in a wartime with those sticks, I don't know, those pointy sticks that keep people out. And I've seen that there where Smith is doing that. But at the same time, I see this giant dip right before the election that Trump can't get through. And I don't know if it's illness or another scandal, which I don't know how scandalous a scandal he could live through, because it seems like there's nothing too scandalous. But it's something different. So, and I still feel like that's there. So that on top of maybe a resurgence of everybody focused on not turning Project 25 into a real thing. Okay. Messenger of Earth, Strength. This is the election, Emperor. Emperor, see the lion. The Strength and the Emperor both have lions. King of the jungle, right? King. But Messenger of Earth. I think this is the issue here, is not wanting a king. Because we've created this whole new culture. The MAGA, the Trumpers. It's not just Trump. He just started the train rolling, but now it's going quick. It's that creating an environment where they can put in place all these people and institutions and dismantle everything that we know to be true in democracy and only do what they think is the right thing. which is, oh wow, 3 pages. Slow. So Messenger of Earth is the Knight of Pentacles, which is slow, very slow. So things aren't, we need to have faith because things are moving very slow, and we see so much every day, all day on TV. If you're watching it, I just can't watch Morning Joe anymore. I'm getting really frustrated because it's like hours of them just saying, why isn't Biden stopping? Why is he doing this? And talking about Biden and giving everybody's opinion, and then judgment. So there's going to be some information, very pointed information, very inflammatory information that's going to come out, but it's going to come out after a period of time. And this is about Trump or something around him that is really going to, and this is 20, this is judgment. And there'll be some judging, there'll be a judgment, and it'll be a huge change. I just got the Tower. So that is massive. So there's going to be a big shock with this decision or this slow process where people, it's going to come along and then bam, and it's going to change everything in regards to as the timeline as we move towards the election. So, will the Democrat win? I heard yes. World, that's good. Ace of Earth, it's the beginning. New changes, starting from scratch, but slow and methodical. Something's going to happen. And like I said before, I saw that with Trump and scandal, health, something where he has to drop out. Or something really big. And they're going to have to do a bunch of write-in candidates, or they're going to have to do something else. Now, the Democratic, whoever that is, will win, and it may just be because there's not going to be enough of the power behind the Republican candidate if Trump is not in it, or if he has a lot of problems coming up. Okay, let's deep dive into Project 2025. Let's see if they want to stop Social Security, drain some of that money towards other things, health care, get rid of the health care, the Medicaid, veterans benefits, all the social programs, safety nets. They want to limit those and make people just suffer, whatever. You don't have enough money, it's your fault, kind of thing. They want to strip the government of all those programs and just be focused on making money for businesses. I think that's what they want to do, making money for businesses and just people, rich people. Before you know it, it'll be oligarchs everywhere. Oh, lizard again. Dream the world into being. So this Project 2025, I believe, is an ongoing thing. It's the Heritage Foundation, I think it's called, or the Heritage Society. They call themselves a nonprofit, but they're not. They're going to continue. It's a culture. It's a now conservative culture that is gaining steam under the radar, or just above the radar. But they are going to continue to build on this. So we have to stay vigilant. If you want to watch our government eat itself, then we need to stay vigilant. Unless you do want to see that, you have to stay vigilant. And we have to speak up and visualize and raise our vibration to the level of positivity and having hope, but also being practical and speaking up when we can about the wrongness that it is. This and that are true, be here now. Talk about what is true and what isn't true. People might convince themselves, some of those MAGA people, that actually they think that it's good for the country, conservative, and the immigrants are taking all the money and there's crime. And yet, do you think there's going to be less crime? I don't think so. There might be more police involvement and more money towards police, but then they will end up it'll be chaos. The streets will be nuts because it's not done in a way that is helpful for the entire United States, which is 380 million people. Not everybody can be saved, obviously, but we're humans. There's a humanity situation here. So, and Pluto's going into Aquarius, and this is the big flame out before it does, because it's like, we're going to hold on to this. We're going to hold on to the money. We're going to hold on to that fear. We're just going to put, it's black and white. Bad, bad, bad. Good over here. We're losing our money. They're taking it away. So we got to just destroy this because it's not going to be there in the future. And, you know, everything's falling apart. It's not true. Let's talk about it. Let's make changes. But we don't need to just throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's just... government is so blocked out. Watch and wait. Lay a solid foundation. Give with gratitude and grace. So, turkey, I always think of Thanksgiving, obviously. But I saw a turkey once, and right before my surgery. And I knew my breast cancer surgery. And I knew, and I found out later that it was right. My surgery was like literally on Thanksgiving. So, give gratitude and grace. So, thank everybody who is staying positive and also speaking up. Thank you for speaking up and speaking the truth and looking at the details. Danny Shea put a link on his community page for Joyce Vance. She's a lawyer, prosecutor, former federal prosecutor, I think. She's amazing. And she sometimes goes on the news channels and talks about different things that are happening in government and law. And she put a link to the Project 2025 and all the different things that are in it. He put that on his community page to link to hers. Very, very interesting. So I would suggest going there. And Danny Shea, the Bathrobe Tarot, I think his name is. Anywho, that was it. So things are going to go slow. There's going to be a big kaboom. I sense it's 2 or 3 things. To summarize, Biden's giving himself another week or so to decide. He doesn't understand why people are being so hard on him right now. He understands, politics. But this is different. I'm liking it too. I love Joe Biden, so don't take this the wrong way. It's almost like when your parent can't drive anymore and they want to keep driving. You have to take away their keys. I don't think he should quit. I think his name recognition and his wisdom and experience will be greater than getting somebody vital and younger, because that's an open-ended choice that people, I think, would hold their nose and vote for Joe Biden rather than Trump, but because it's the devil, the one you know, the devil you know is better than the one you don't. Not that Joe Biden's a devil, but he's got some age-related reputation issues. I wanted to make this short again, but I'm going all over the place. So when I asked the guides and I pulled back above the earth, I asked my angels, ancestors, guides, all the wise ones around us, around the earth. It's like pulling back. And I see them like this, like a movement. Kind of like, it's like the opposite of a pendulum where it goes opposite across something, a surface that's curved. And I see Biden, like that light. I don't know if you guys watched my previous videos, that light with the heart inside of it. I see that in the future. And I see them pointing to his being there. So I do think he's still going to be there. Like I said, there's free will. Every day is a different story As I said earlier, we're all little energy, fractions of light, fractions of vibrations. We're all part of the one. Heaven, God is the pure love that we all want to go back to, because being here on earth is a little bit difficult, as animals are. We have our trials and tribulations here. It's easier to be that spiritual part of us. So we want to go back there. So my point is that viewpoint, that pureness is all connected to each other. So the more we raise our vibration, the more we stay in the belief, and also not ignore the practical things, not ignore what's happening around us. The dog is barking. There must be squirrels outside, so I apologize. But anyway, that's it. Take care. I'm going to continue to do this. We're going on vacation next weekend, going to Vancouver Island. But I'm going to try and get a video or two in before we go. So you guys take care. Till next time.